Aloha namaste, welcome in. My name is Matt. Today's class is inner work yoga, where we practice to heal from the inside out. And today's focus is on all the feels, feeling overwhelmed, letting ourselves relax into feeling supported, into asking for help, calling upon a higher power. The point is to just relax and to settle into a sense of relief, right? So the things you're going to need for this class are a bolster, 2 blocks if you have them, and possibly a blanket. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can also just have an extra blanket or 2 bolsters. Also, you'll need a pen and a journal. And so before we start, maybe pause the video if you need to go grab those things. And when we're ready, come to a seat. All right, you have everything ready. We're here. Let's settle into the moment. Take a nice deep breath. You can close your eyes, sitting comfortably, however that is for you, on your knees, easy seat pose, whichever it is. And just breathe for a moment. Settle into this space. Big deep breaths, full belly. Audible sigh out, open the mouth. One more. Big inhale. Fill the belly, deep breath, and audible sigh out. Okay. All right, so grab your journal and pen, and this might seem counterintuitive, but what we're actually going to do is think about all the things that we're overwhelmed about, the decisions that we feel like we have to make, the chores, the errands, the tasks we feel like we have to do. And I know it might seem, again, counterintuitive that we're going to think about these things and write them down, but 2 things. We have a process we're going to do about this, for this, at the end of the class. But also, the second thing is, it does feel so much better to get it out and onto paper. There's something within our subconscious that feels like, okay, it's accounted for. So it is actually going to help us. So what we want to do is take a moment and write these things down. It could be big decisions, tasks, things, chores, errands, big projects, whatever it is, whatever is overwhelming you. Let's take a couple minutes real quick and just write it down, and then we'll resume our class. About 1 more minute. Also, as you're writing this, just notice if you're getting tense, if it's stressing you out, and just keep breathing into it, letting it go. And we're going to come back to this later. All right, go ahead and finish up the last couple things. Okay, first up is, let's settle back in, take a breath, audible sigh out. Okay. So as we look at this list, we don't want to necessarily get sucked into all of it right now, but the point is to notice what it does to our body, because we want to relax that. And so the first big reason we want to get this out onto paper is so that we just notice how much influence it's having on our nervous system and on our sense of tension and stress. And then we want to breathe into those areas and release them. That's going to be the goal of this class. So set that list aside for now. We'll come back to it later. And let's move into our first pose. So first up, we're going to position the bolster with our blocks. So grab 2 blocks, set them together. If you don't have the 2 blocks, this is where you would put an extra blanket or 2 bolsters, and then bolster on top, so double stacked. From here, make your way. The easiest way to get into this pose is to just come around to the front of your mat and sit on the bolster. Next, position your low back on the bolster. Laying down, use your forearms, bringing yourself down. So your butt should be right at the edge of the bolster. From here, lift your legs up. You can bring your hands to your belly, overhead if it feels good, to the back of your legs. The point is to just relax. I like to just lay palms up. You're just gonna bring your legs up. Just breathing. Now this pose is interesting because at first we might think this seems like a lot of effort, but actually it's almost as if something's holding your legs up for you. It's kind of a interesting little paradox. It's kind of similar to life. We feel super overwhelmed, but we actually are more supported than we think. A couple check-ins as we hold this pose for a few minutes. Each pose today we're just going to hold for probably about 3 minutes. Is if you need to, you can bring knees to chest, or you can bring feet to the floor if you need to take a break. Other caveat on this pose is if you have any sort of tension or pinching in your back, just bring your feet down, reposition, and just settle your lower back flat onto the bolster. Make sure it feels nice and comfortable. Then slowly bring knees up first, feel into that, and then try to resume bringing your legs up. Just feel how your legs feel so weightless, as if they're being held up. Try not to strain too much in this class. We want to just breathe into each pose. Let your legs feel weightless, feel supported. Next is we're going to bring in Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing we're going to be doing through the nose. You're going to close your mouth. And it's almost as if you're breathing through a straw through the throat, because you're going to constrict the back of your throat. Another thing that helps me think of how to do this breath is almost like you're hulking a loogie. You're constricting the back of your throat to create this oceanic sound. Good. Just keep that breathing going throughout our poses today. Halfway through the pose. Again, if you need to, you can bring legs down or feet to the floor. Let it all go. About 10 more seconds. Slowly bring the legs down. Plant your feet. We're just going to take this in steps. So first, lift. Slide the bolster out, come back down. When we're overwhelmed, we often feel like we have to do everything at once, but we can just take it one step at a time. Just be here for a moment. First step. All right, feeling pretty good. Maybe bring knees up. Bring your feet all the way back up. Just feeling it out step by step. Feet down again, lift. Blocks off to the side. all the way down. Again, that's cool, no big deal. Just lay here, feel it again. Knees into chest. Just adjust to each stage. Take a breath. There's no rush. There's nowhere to go. This time is for you to decompress and to realize how supported you are. Let your legs adjust as the blood comes back into them. Notice how weightless they feel. Feel your weight back on the earth. Feel your back and the gravity and the earth holding you in between. Roll over to your side. Slowly push yourself back up. No rush. No rush. All right, next pose. Just slowly make your way. Bolster's gonna come to the middle. All right. We're gonna position our right hip. Put your right hip next to the bolster. Right shin out, left shin back. You're creating this 90-degree angle between your left knee and your right foot, cupping it. Get comfortable, stand up, just get the position. Bolster here, you're going to twist. So, belly button, stomach onto the bolster as best you can. Let me put my hair up for this one so I can talk to you guys. Okay, lower yourself down, bring your hands, twist, and come down onto the bolster. First phase is right cheek to bolster. If this is good, hang out here, arms come forward, just relax. Back to our breathing. Or if you want to exaggerate the twist, you can bring left cheek to the bolster and try that out. I'm going to do right cheek for now, whichever is comfortable for you. And again, just settle in, Ujjayi breathing. Now with this one, you're going to notice the releases in your lower back. We're twisting out, wringing out the lower back. This is often where we're holding all the overwhelm, all the burden, all the projects, all the things. So we're just going to wring it out, almost like you're shaking it off or dumping it off your back. 2 minutes here, so settle in. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. This is your time. Release your lower back. Release the tension. Think ease and comfort. I can handle the things of my life with ease and grace. One more minute. We got 30 more seconds. Alright, slowly bring yourself up, press into your hands, nice and slow. Just feel and adjust to this. Bring your spine back slowly back to neutral. Sit up nice and tall. All right, there's a fun little transition trick here. You can actually leave your feet where they are, plant your hands, come to stand, walk yourself around the back of the mat, and lower yourself back down. Now you're already in position, so left shin is in pigeon, right is back, making that 90 degree with the right knee cupped in with the left foot, bolster to the left hip, lower yourself down. Twist, slowly lowering down, coming down the forearms, left cheek to the bolster, or if you want to intensify it, you can bring right cheek. Whatever is feeling comfortable for you, go ahead and come on down. Ujjayi breathing. Bringing out that tension. You can handle the tasks and the challenges of your life with ease and grace. You can do it. There is a way. You are supported. You are guided. You don't need to carry it all by yourself. One more minute. Seconds in the pose. All right, slowly coming up. Press into your hands. Bring yourself back up nice and slow. Slowly straighten out the spine. Just take a moment to adjust. No rush. Just feeling good. All right. Come back to center. Okay, last pose. So for this one, if you tend to go over your bolster, you'll want a blanket to catch the head, because we're just gonna lay down. It's gonna be great. So, position sacrum right up against the bolster and lower yourself down on using your hands, then your forearms. Oh yeah. And just relax. This is the key here. Options for this pose: you can have your feet on the floor, you can butterfly the legs if that feels good, whichever feels best. Hands, same as before, on the belly, palms up. It's all about have it your way. How do you like it? What helps you feel the most relaxed and comfortable? What helps you release? And while we're here, I just want to welcome in confidence and support, a beautiful blend of the two. Confidence that you can show up to the things that you need to handle, put in the effort you need to, but also an openness to surrender and allowing yourself to be supported. That is the true beauty of yoga, the true practice of yoga, is putting in the effort of our life, our practice, whatever we're showing up to, but also having the surrender and grace that ultimately so much is out of our control, and that we are allowed to have support and call upon others and a higher power to be there for us, to guide us, support us. While we're here in this final pose, I'm going to read for you some new affirmations from the inner workbook to help overcome and release and move through our overwhelm. Just listen to these affirmations and absorb them and let them become your truth. Accept you are guided. Accept that you can ask for help. There is a way out. Anything could happen. Accept that miracles could happen. No matter what you're facing, you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. This too shall pass. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to ask for help. Divinity is guiding you and supporting you. You are always being sustained and helped. Allow yourself to accept that. And last, and one of my favorites, all will be revealed in due time. Have patience. You are guided, you are supported. You can do this. Open your eyes. Slowly come back to neutral. If your legs were open, bring them back together. If your legs were extended, bring your feet and your knees in. Slowly roll over to your side. Use your top hand to help support you as you come back to a comfortable seat. Meet me in the middle of your mat. All right, as promised, we're going to come back to the list. Just take a moment before we go back in to just settle back in. Feel the difference in your body. Take a deep cleansing breath. Full inhale and audible sound. Exhale. Should be feeling way relaxed. I know my lower back feels so relaxed, open. Totally different energy than when we started. All right, so with this calm confidence, we're gonna look at the list, and now here's the process for us. When you look at the list, we're gonna do 4 little things here. First is, which task is most attainable for you to do? And what we're gonna do with this one is put a check mark on it. So which one can you do today, tomorrow, sometime this week? But let's get this one done, and you feel the most confident in doing it. Now that you're relaxed, you have your composure back, let's pick one. Check mark. All right. Next, look at a task decision that you can ask for help for, from a coworker, a partner, a friend, a family member. Which one on here can you maybe either get support with or literally delegate to someone like your kids or something, like maybe dishes or some sort of task around the house? Maybe they should do that. But the point is, what can you have someone help you with? For this one, we're going to put a heart next to it. All right. Next, which one do we literally not need to worry about right now because it's not relevant? Maybe it's something that it's just we're thinking about, but honestly, it's not relevant at this time of our life, and we're just carrying it around. Like maybe it's something that's like way too far in the future, and it's just not a priority right now. Scratch it off. Maybe it's a couple things. You're like, wait, never mind. I really don't need to think about this right now. Scratch it off. However many apply to that, just let it go. Okay, last step. The 4th one is we're going to put a star for this one. And this is, what can we give to a higher power? And or can we pray about for support? Because maybe you do need to do it, but you really want a lot of support for it. So either which one can we surrender to a higher power, or turn to prayer for support to help you through it. This one, we're going to put a star next to it. All right, bring your journal down. We're going to do 3 cleansing breaths and let it all go. Roll your shoulders back. Roll out your neck. Feel into this calm confidence. Close your eyes. 3 big inhale and exhales. Inhale fully. Feel even down into your belly. And audible sound. One more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. You can do it. You are guided. You are supported. Thank you for joining me for this inner work class today. I hope that you feel a little more calm and composed to be able to show up to these things that you have. And if you ever need to, just come on back and breathe and just relax. Namaste.